In the 2015-2016 NBA season, Stephen Curry lit up and torched the league unlike anyone had ever seen before. The era of pace and space was beginning to come into fruition, and this season, you can make the case, was what ultimately cemented it. Now, as we all know, this was the first season in NBA history where an MVP was won unanimously, which was an incredible achievement on its own, and that fact alone showed how dominant Steph was that season. But going to the numbers, how dominant was Steph Curry this season really? After winning the 2015 NBA title, NBA fans claimed Golden State's championship that year should have a major asterisk next to it due to two of Cleveland's best three players being injured that final series. This ultimately fueled a fire in the hearts of those Warriors players that made them feel they had to come out and prove to everyone it was not a fluke, and come out they did, as they started the 2016 NBA season on fire, going 24-0 in their first 24 games. This success was majorly in part due to Stephen Curry's newfound dominance as an upcoming superstar in the league. This year, he averaged a breathtaking 30 points per game, 5 rebounds, and right under 7 assists a night, having played 34 minutes per game. This in and of itself is impressive enough, but he also put up those numbers at an all-time historic efficiency. His true shooting that year was at a mind-boggling 67%, keep in mind on a usage rate of 32.6%. That is almost incomprehensible. Being a point guard scoring mostly from the perimeter, yet having a true shooting percentage comparable to big men who only score wide open dunks or shots in the paint. This season for Steph was 28th all-time in a single season for true shooting percentage, but keep in mind he is the only player in the top 28 to be a guard, but also having that high of a usage rate. No one even comes close to the volume of shots he took on that list. Steph also had a PER of 31.5, which was 9th all-time for a single season in league history. So he not only was efficient scoring the ball, but also put up other stats like rebounds, assists, and steals with 34 minutes per game at a tremendous rate as well. And as we all remember, he broke the three-point make record, making a total of 402 threes in a historic 45.4% from downtown. He was insanely dominant offensively in 2016, and honestly, this shot right here sums up about his entire regular season.
They do have a timeout. Decide not to use it. Curry, way downtown. Bang! Bang! Oh, what a shot from Curry! With 0.6 of a second remaining.
Aside from his offensive dominance, he even also put in his fair share defensively, as he chipped in an average of 2 steals a night. To compare this with another all-time historic offensive season, let's compare him to Russell Westbrook's 2017 MVP season. Now these are some fairly advanced metrics, so pause when needed. With similar minutes per game, in 2016, Steph had a higher PER than Russ, less points per game and assists per game, but way less turnovers. He also had a true shooting percentage of 67% in 2016 compared to Russ's 55.4. Russ beat him slightly in points per minute, but it honestly doesn't matter with that astronomical difference in efficiency. Russ had a scoring and assist to turnover ratio of 7.78, while Steph had an 11.15. Steph also had a usage rate of 78% that of Russell in their historic seasons, yet turned the ball over 61% that of Russ in their seasons. This proves without a doubt that Steph turned the ball over very few times for his usage rate that year. 2016 for Stephen Curry was one of the great all-time offensive seasons in league history. But with that said, is this the best offensive season in NBA history? Well, to find out, if this video gets just 8 total likes, I will do a follow-up video to this one, which will rank the top 5 all-time offensive seasons ever, analyzing and taking into account points, assists, efficiency, minutes per game, and turnovers. Trust me, you don't want to miss that one, so like this video if you'd like to see it. This has been the Lux Basketball Analysis. Until the next one, and peace out.